This is Eagle Al, and today we're going to talk about Jalen Hurts, how he just want to win. Also, we're going to talk about the zone. Why are we struggling against the zone? That's the big question. We got to talk about Nakobe Dean coming back soon, but let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we hop straight into it, we got to talk about the injury report and this who was hurt. So you got Grant Calcaterra and Landon Dickerson who did not practice, both expected not to play Thursday. Then you got Saquon Barkley, knee limited, Jahad Campbell limited. Then you got Byron Young who was limited, and Nakobe Dean was a full participant coming back off that knee. And look, I think Landon should go on IR. That's just my personal opinion. Just let him miss the next 4 games, come back after the bye. We just need him fresh. I think we could hold it down, have a really good record. Honestly, I would say bring him back like December, like real jump. Just let him heal. His ankle, it's his back, it's his knee. It's just something. So you got to let this guy heal up and just hope for the best that Brett Toth could hold it down and we don't look too bad on that interior, because it's a 50-60% Landon Dickerson out there, and I don't want to see that. I've been bashing him, and sometimes I go back and watch my videos. Well, I'm not going to lie, I watch my videos all the time. When I go back, I'm like, dang, what's I lose too hard? Landon Dickerson, a guy who's been a Pro Bowler and who's been playing at a high level. And then I think about it, I'm like, no, because I'm going by what I see right now. I'm not judging his past. I'm judging right now, and right now, my word been for him, ass. He been ass. So I think he just got to heal up, get ready, gear up towards the end of the season. If you ask Eagle Al personally, and I know Landon's a warrior, I know that, but it's hurting us right now. It really is. But speaking of warriors and coming back from injury, let's get into the topic. The first one, Nakobe Dean. So it sounds like Nakobe Dean will be back soon. Will we see him Thursday? Really don't know, but we do know he won't have a full-time spot, but he'll get mixed in there. Well, at least Vic Fangio said that.
I think he factors in when he gets out there.
There's a chance he could be active this week. Not positive yet.
And what type of role do you anticipate for him?
Oh, it would just be, because he hadn't had any game, no training camp. It wouldn't be a full-time role yet.
As far as no full-time job for Nakobe quite yet, but obviously with Jahad and Zach playing at a pretty high level, how can you make that work with the 3 of them, I guess?
We'll figure it out.
What have you seen?
So that's pretty good. And I've been critical of Jahad Campbell just a bit. I believe Jahad Campbell's been outstanding. Hell, I believe he might win Defensive Player of the Year. But the one glaring problem, just the one, and it's glaring, is that he struggled against the runs. He's hesitant. He's hesitant to hit the gaps. Unlike Nakobe Dean, I got to give credit where credit is due. He see that run play, he sniff it out, he's going to get that running back. It looked like Jahad Campbell thinks like they running play action. His reaction time is too slow to when it's a run or a pass. And it's hurting us. It's hurting us, especially you've seen towards the fourth quarter of the Broncos game. You've seen all year. It's just Jahad Campbell's been a liability there. Whereas though last year when it was Nakobe Dean and over in Burks, they did a really good job against the run. Because that's the only position that, far as that front 7, that's the only position that really changed. I believe Moro Jomo is playing at the same level as Milton Williams. But other than that, everybody's still there. The one guy that changed was Jahad Campbell, and you see it on film, and it's like, yeah, he's struggling against the run. Maybe Nakobe Dean can help in that. But at the same time, this is not a fresh Nakobe Dean coming off some light injury. It's coming off a major knee surgery. Will he be that same guy that's able to hit the gap like that? I don't know. But we'll see how we mix and match them. So it sounds like Vic Fangio wants to get Nakobe Dean on the field, and he just got to find a way to get him on the field, and we'll see how that work out for us, man. And let's talk about our guy Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts This dude just want to win. He was asked about the players meeting and also Saquon Barkley. And I'm going to play both clips, one from Jalen Hurts and one from Saquon Barkley.
AJ meeting this week, and there was a report that you three met this week. Can you tell us about that meeting and why it happened?
Yeah, man, it's just us talking about the collective, talking about taking ownership for what we can and talking about how we move forward as a team so we continue to find ways to win games.
Why the need for a meeting, do you think?
It's really just teammates being teammates.
What was your takeaway in the conclusion of the meeting?
Say that again?
What was your takeaway and conclusion of the meeting?
I don't want to make this about that, right? We got a short week. We got a, the division opponent coming in here. I enjoyed every second of it, and I'm enjoying every second of every opportunity we have to improve. And so that's what I've always made it about. That's what I'll continue to make it about. It's truly about the collective and what we do and the opportunities we have in front of us. And so everybody in this building just wants to take advantage of that.
Yeah, we had a conversation, but I'm not going to speak too much on it. I feel like that conversation is meant to stay between us, but focus was all about the team, and I think it was a good thing.
I like it. They're like, man, I'm not going to get deep into this. Like, it was needed, but we're going to keep that one in-house. Like, I know our players been spilling a lot to the media. That's one they're going to keep in-house. So I like that they have had a conversation. This remind me of last year. Maybe this could be the turning point. Remember when the O-line went up to Kellen Moore and they leaked that out like, hey, man, we got to start running the ball better. We got to start running the ball more. We didn't pay Saquon Barkley to come here to run the ball like 10 times a game. And you know what? Kellen Moore took that into heat. Like, okay, cool. The problem with this team is you see no communication, at least between QB1 and the number one wide receiver. So Saquon brought them together. This seemed like one of those, hey, man, like we got to communicate. Maybe we're not the same off the field. Maybe it's some lifestyle changes. You know, AJ is the father with kids now. Jalen Hurts, getting married, and it's just lifestyle change. Like even me, like me getting older, I don't got no beef with my friends. It's just that EAGLEAL got kids now. EAGLEAL got a wife now. I can't hang out like I used to. They used to call me in the beginning. I'm like, nah, let me sit this one out. And then them calls just stopped. And I don't got no beef with them. But you get my point. And it feel like Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown going through the same thing. Just lifestyle changes. Maybe they not the same. I don't know. But at the end of the day, y'all work in the same place. Y'all got to get this done. Y'all got to get this done. And I'm happy Saquon brought them together. Because no communication is a form of communication, and it's bad communication, because if you're not communicating, you coming up with theories in your head like maybe this person don't like me, or maybe this person this, and maybe this person that. Whereas though those just theories and things running through your mind, which none of it is true. But when you communicate, you're like, okay, it was just some miscommunication here, miscommunication there. And, hopefully we see a difference on Thursday. And I mentioned that Jalen Hurts just want to win because, one, he kind of touched on that and then ignored it. But then he also reportedly reached out to, like, Nick Saban, like, I need help closing out these games. Like, they had conversations, what he needs to do to close out these games. He's reaching out to his old coach. We know Nick Saban is a winner reaching out to a winner. That is really good that he's doing that. So those are just steps that Jalen Hurts is just taking to win again. He's not satisfied with the one ring. Like him and AJ Brown possibly wasn't getting along. They communicate, they talk. And then, him and Nick Saban, he want to win. He communicate and talk with his old coach who won year after year after year in Alabama. So Jalen Hurts just taking those measures just to win. Also, I seen AJ Brown post something as well. Looked like an ad, but it was a really cool ad in my personal opinion. Let me just play the clip for you guys.
If you're struggling to achieve your goals or feel a little happier, the problem isn't you. The problem is the power you give to other people. There's a better way to live. The let them theory is a proven method that teaches you how to protect your time and energy and focus on what matters to you. You spent too long chasing approval, managing other people's happiness, and letting other people's opinion hold you back. Learn how to stop giving your power away and start creating a life where you comes first, your dreams, your goals, and your happiness. The let them is a simple tool that millions of people around the world can't stop talking about it because it works. The fastest way to take control over your life and stop trying to control other people and focus on what you control yourself. By letting other people live their lives, and you finally get to live yours.
So I like that. You got to check on your teammates. It looked like he's making that a slogan. And AJ Brown got another book, but it's off the field. I'm cool with that. And I like what he said in that as well. So shout out to the guys, man, trying to fix their relationship and trying to win. That's the main goal, is to win. All right, so before we get into the last topic, talking about the zone and what we need to do, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Profitance is a new peer-to-peer sports exchange where you can play against other fans and not the house. That means better lines and even a chance to set your own odds. Use promo code EAGLEAL to get 1.5% back in Profitance cash for your first 30 days up to $200. Again, download Profitance app, use promo code EAGLEAL, and get the better lines in the game. All right, so we know the Eagles lost. It happens. All right, but we bounced back Thursday. We got a quick turnaround. We can't cry over spilled milk. It happens. But of course, I like the Eagles. I actually like the money line, 7.5, especially with the Giants missing Malik Neighbors. Our defense should be able to dominate. And I like the over. I think we're going to put up some points, show what we really got. And we're going to fix the problems, y'all. We're going to fix it. Again, not a lot of markets open right now. Yeah, I'm recording this on a Sunday night. I'm saying Friday night, Sunday night. You got 5 markets here, but I'm telling you, the markets are going to go up. Like, as you see, the Monday night game that's going to come, you see 172. And the closer it gets to this game, more markets going to open up. Or you could create your own market. Again, use promo code EAGLEAL. And let's get back into the video. All right, man. So let's talk about Kevin Patullo. I seen this in the comments. Shout out to the comments. I read them when I get a chance. Sometimes it's just too much, from the shorts to the long form comments just coming in. So I can't catch our comments sometimes. But one caught me. He's like, hey, man, y'all YouTubers are not talking about the zone. I seen the @ handle. I think it's Travis Carr. He put that out there. So I'm shouting you out. You called me out. Now I got to it. So I'm doing my research. I'm looking on Twitter, looking on Google, looking everywhere, ChatGPT. Why the hell are we struggling against the zone? So the first number that comes up is like Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Jake Rabati. I guess we was just on the same page the same day because he was posting about it too. And Jalen Hurts like EPA or something like that against the zone's like 24th. And I would put it up here just in case I'm wrong. I know he's in the 20-ish. So I'm like, okay, that's not good, because what I seen was, at least on the field, when we matched up in man, it never works for opposing teams because AJ is going to eat, Devontae is going to eat, and Goddard is going to eat. There's a stat out there that they got a 0% drop rate. So basically, when the ball touched AJ hands, Devontae hands, Dallas Goddard hands, right now is a guarantee they're going to catch the ball. So man-to-man never worked. So what you see teams do, they're like, okay, we're going to adjust. We're going to do zone blitzes. And the Eagles are really struggling against that. And people looking at it like they want to put it on Jalen Hurts. So I'm like, what was his numbers in the past against the zone? So these were the numbers I found. And I told you, me and Jake Rabati was just somewhere on the same page because I seen his tweet and I'm like, let me just use this one. So let's look at the years, and then we're going to look at the similarities and the differences, all right? So Jalen Hurts EPA/play ranking against zone coverage with 2.5 or more seconds to throw since 2022. You see, 2022 was 8th, 2023 is 18th, 2024 was 7th, and 2025 is 24th. You see the 2 years, you had an experienced coach, and then you see the next 2 years when you did not have an experienced coach. So what this is telling me is that it's really no coincidence that Brian Johnson, basically his first time calling plays at the NFL level, struggled against the zone. And then Kevin Patullo, who never called plays, is struggling against the zone. So they got to fix this. But this is more of a coaching problem than a Jalen Hurts problem. So based on what I've seen, based on guys not really getting open, and I seen it from the first game, I thought we was going to fix it. But I got to be patient. We got to be patient, unfortunately, because we got a new offensive coordinator who is inexperienced. This is not like a Frank Wright who been doing that for years, or like Mike McDaniel, if you want to come to the Philadelphia Eagles after you get fired. But you get my point. He got to figure this out. And that's why I keep saying you got to bring in a consultant, because stuff like this with a Super Bowl team, he probably need help because Nick Sirianni is not the best play caller. So again, man, that's based on what I've seen on the numbers. Based on why we struggling against zone, it's more of a, again, offensive coordinator problem than a Jalen Hurts problem. But it's week 5. Hopefully there's something we can fix, but those are not good numbers. And if we continue in that trend, it's going to be a huge problem with us against zone blitzes. We just got to fix it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the zone coverages? What's going on? Also, Jalen Hurts talking to his teammates, old coach. And this is EAGLEAL, man. I'm out.